Hi, in this video I just wanted to go over Call of Duty World War II when running the Reshade and Sweet Effects. Now I am running the updated Reshade with the Reshade and Sweet Effects, and you can find the notes and setup on the actual mod, and I'll leave a link to the mod itself in order to get those notes if you'd like to actually add this to your game. Now, as I said, I've updated the Reshade in the Reshade and Sweet Effects, and I'll just open it with the Shift F2 here. And as you can see from the setup video, which I did earlier, the Sweet Effects file is actually running the settings for you in game. So you would actually make changes to the Sweet Effects settings file in the Sweet Effects folder in order to alter the effects here. Now I'm just going to open my settings here. Now I've only got a 960, so I've only got 2 gigs of RAM, and I am almost maxed on the RAM usage for my VRAM here, but I'm just going to show you the settings that I'm using. Now I have it in full screen, and I'm using the default brightness. If you'd like, you can raise that slightly. The darker areas with the clear view color match and darker colors and such, the blacks, all of those actually tend to come out a lot clearer in their actual resolutions and colors. And sometimes it does make those areas look a bit darker, so then raising the brightness does bring those up a bit. But as you can see from the not visible, barely visible, and clearly visible, you can see all of those quite clearly. Now I have disabled the show blood, although I do have my crosshairs, hit markers, and the mini map rotation set for the multiplayer, but I have disabled motion blur. You can alter those settings as you'd like. Now as far as the advanced settings, I have it set at a maximum FPS of 100, although I am recording at 30 FPS for this video in order to reduce the video size. Now just auto on the aspect. Now the field of view, I found with my 2 GB card, once you actually go up to about 86 and then to 87, the game seems to actually take out some of the background objects when you get up to the 87. So run it at about 86 if you're on a 2 GB card, and then you won't lose any of that background detail. Now again, as I said, I'm running at 2560 by 1440p, and that also allows me to record in 1440p. Now I've left my anti-aliasing off, although that's due to the VRAM usage, so you can enable that if you happen to have the VRAM available in a newer card. I do have my resolution set at extra. The map is set at normal, and the specular map resolution is on low, and sky resolution is on low. Now you can, as I said, alter those according to your video card, but if you are using a 2 GB card such as myself, then you may want to use these settings. Now I've taken the shader preload off. I do have the anisotropic filtering set to high. The shadows I do have off, although I do have the shadow map resolution set to normal and the shadow depth set to normal. Now I have the rest of them off here, but again, that's a VRAM usage issue that I get if I do enable some of these. So that's basically my settings on my 2 GB card here. And I'll just actually start here and get into game. Now I won't play an actual multiplayer map, as it will be kind of hard to actually play and explain everything to you at the same time. So I'm just going to go to the headquarters here, but it will work with any one of these here. And I'll just show you by going to the headquarters, and then again I'll open it up with the Shift F2 to show you once we're in game here, to let you know that it is working. So we'll just give it a moment while it switches over, and I guess I'll collect my mail and have a bit of a look around and just kind of show you the area around us. Okay. Now I'm just going to turn down the actual audio for a moment here, just so that we don't kind of get drowned out by the explosions and bullet sounds in the background. And I'll just enable the subtitles, although here at the headquarters there's not really a lot that you'll see as far as that. So I'll just get back into the game here. And as you can see, the graphics and everything are coming through quite nicely in the 2560 by 1440p with the new Reshade and Sweet Effects. And I'll just disable that for a moment. And as you can see, the picture is still really nice. The game itself is a nice looking game, but again, like most other games, you've lost a lot of that base coloration and detail, and the black areas aren't quite black. They're more of kind of a grayed out blackish type color. So I'll just turn that back on, and as you can see now, all the base colors, the details, the shading, and the actual shadows, the dark areas all look correct. And if you even notice Boo Radley there behind me, when she turns her head, you can see the reflection off her helmet correctly and such right there. And I'll just kind of have a walk around here and collect my mail. Now I'm saving up to actually get the last card in a set that I have. Oh, I must have double clicked that. So we'll just go back. There we go. And as you can see, the game's running quite nicely. Now if you do get any screen tearing, you want to turn the VSync on. Otherwise, also try turning down your FPS settings. A lot of former games on my GTX all ran at around 60, so you could set it to about 80 instead of 100, bump it up a bit, but just don't overextend your card if you do happen to have an older card, and that should also get rid of any screen tearing. So actually what I'll do is I'll go into the settings here, and I'm just going to lower my one setting. So I'm going to change that to 80. Just because I happen to have a lower card, and as you can see, I'm actually just slightly past my VRAM usage here. Although I'm not in the red, so I'm still good. Although, if you are using an older card or a card with lower VRAM, and you do run into a VRAM issue with the Reshade and Sweet Effects, then what I would suggest is checking on the mod for the notes on going to the Sweet Effects setting file and disable the SMAA and the FXAA in the Sweet Effects, and that will actually reduce the strain on the VRAM in game without really affecting the overall look of the picture and such, as you'll still be getting all that high definition and sharpening from the other settings. But it will reduce the VRAM usage and the strain on your system and prevent any stability issues or crashing issues, anything like that. Now, I actually don't have any issues with it running this way. Let's see, I'll just command a player here since I'm here. And I'm just going to finish up here by going down to the actual shoreline here, the beachfront, and I'm going to show you the actual horizon looking out at the area around us here. Now as you can see, everything's coming through really nicely. We're getting really nice colorations. The shadows and such are separated really well. Now I'll just turn off the effects here to the vanilla setting, and as you can see, the game still looks nice, although we've kind of gotten this kind of grayish overtone that's overlaid everything and taken away a lot of your detail, and the shadows and the lighting isn't quite as nice as they were, and the actual separation between different areas kind of gets smudged together under that layer. So I'll turn the effects on one last time here. And as you can see, we've got that really nice sharp picture. We haven't lost any of the coloration. It's actually brought all the base coloration up without changing it. And we're seeing the actual definition in those ships in the far horizon and such. Now, if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. I'll also leave all the links and everything that you'll need in order to get the information and the files that you need in order to set your game up like this. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you again.